Hi guys, and welcome to my channel. I'm so excited to be making a YouTube channel and being able to share with you more in depth about my journey, how I heal my body and my mind, and finally feel better in my body than I ever have in my life. If you don't know me, my name is Stephanie and I'm a social media manager, content creator, and I have a TikTok account where I share health and lifestyle related videos. So if that's something that interests you, go ahead and check out my TikTok, and I post daily videos on there, and also my Instagram for more inspiration. Okay, so I get lots of questions on my TikTok about things like working out, lifestyle, different questions on just how to get healthier and where to start. And one of the questions that I got was asking for tips on how to get a flatter stomach. And I could make a TikTok on that, but honestly, for all of the information that I could give you on this question, there's just not enough time in a short video, because I could go a lot more in depth, and that would honestly just probably be a lot more helpful for you than it would to just make a really quick short video that doesn't really fully explain everything. So I do have my Bachelor of Science in Nutrition, and I am going to be sharing with you my personal tips that have helped me de-bloat and tone out my stomach and just feel a lot better physically and mentally. So I have 5 tips or things that are going to be important to remember when you decide to reach this goal. Number 1 tip is going to be your diet. Now, this is pretty important. Following a healthy diet has been especially important for me because I notice a huge difference in my mental and physical health when I'm eating really well versus when I'm eating not so well. And the diet that I personally follow and what works best for me is eating intuitively, being balanced, not putting any restrictions on my diet, but I have found a way of eating that personally works best for me. I know now which foods I feel the best eating and which foods make me not feel the best, so I would definitely recommend learning, paying attention to your body, figuring out how you feel after eating certain foods versus other foods, and really just experiment with this, and you can actually have a lot of fun with it. You can try out different foods, different recipes. Personally, for me, I eat very, very plant-based. I don't restrict anything, so if I obviously want something, I'm going to have it, but I feel the best day to day eating plant-based, but also including mostly fish. I don't eat like a ton of other meats, but I do have my degree in nutrition, so I am able to know that I'm meeting my nutritional needs and I'm not going to be lacking in anything. So if you want more tips on that, how to eat a more plant-based diet but still get in your optimal nutrition, I would be happy to make a video like that as well. That is just the way that I feel the best eating as many whole foods as possible, eating as much plant-based as possible, but not restricting anything. I still eat processed foods like pretty much every day, and I still, when I'm going out to eat, I really just am very intuitive and balanced in the way that I eat. It's important for me to not restrict anything. The one thing that I do not eat is dairy, because I've just learned over the years that my body does not thrive on dairy. It's not something that is personally good for my health. Every single person is different, so it's so important to experiment and learn what is going to be good for your own body. The second most important tip is managing your stress. Now, underlying stress has a potential to lead to digestive issues and bloating. A lot of stress and emotions going on in your mind have potential to kind of manifest in your body and in your gut. So I've personally noticed that times in my life where I've been the most stressed and had a lot of underlying mental health things that I needed to kind of work through were the times where I was the most bloated, had the most digestive problems, and just was struggling the most. And now I feel happier, healthier. I am able to manage my stress a lot more easily. So I would recommend things like meditation, deep breathing, exercising regularly. Also things like journaling can help relieve stress. Whatever sounds good to you. And again, I can make another video on how I manage my stress levels and also how I have managed anxiety. So the third tip is obviously going to be exercise. Now, personally, I only train abs once a week, and I've been doing this for a little over a year, and it's just kind of what works for me. I don't get up and do an ab routine every single morning. It's really not even necessary to do. For me personally, it's like I would rather take my time with it. For me personally, it works better to just see results over time than trying to get there really fast, and then you burn out, and then you give up, and then you're back to square one. And my health and fitness journey is just taking it day by day, week by week, and you see results over time. And yes, it can take some time, but honestly, that's kind of the point. You're going to be so much happier that you listened to your body and you didn't try to rush anything, because you're going to get your results eventually. I chose to make my health and fitness journey something that would be sustainable for my entire life, and not just something that I was going to work on for a month or two or few, and then once I reach my goals, I burn out and I give up. My journey has really just been more of like a marathon than it is a sprint, and that's honestly just how I think it should be. So it's important to have patience, but the most important thing is also to enjoy yourself and have balance and know that it's coming. Like, it's going to come eventually, and it's also going to come quicker than you thought. It's going to be so much more satisfying to be seeing progress over time consistently than it would be to just get your results like overnight. So that is really what I would recommend, and I will be filming a full week of workouts to show you exactly what I do, so stay tuned for that. The fourth tip I have is to focus on gut health. So this kind of goes along with diet, but my main tip for achieving better gut health is to include probiotics and prebiotics in your diet. So this can look like, probiotics are fermented foods, so things like yogurt, kombucha, sauerkraut, just different types of fermented foods that you can include in different meals. And then prebiotic foods include things like different vegetables, bananas, garlic, onions. You can definitely Google what both of those include and then determine which ones you want to include in your diet. And you can also take different supplements for probiotics and prebiotics, but honestly, like, that can be a little bit of trial and error and take a little bit more time to find out which product is the best quality and which one actually works for you. So I would definitely recommend just trying out different food supplements at first, and then you can go and invest in actual supplements. So my fifth and final tip is extremely important, and that is to remember that it's not always going to be perfect. Even when you achieve the goal that you're wanting to achieve, you're not always going to have the most perfect looking stomach. It's just not that realistic. And you might think that your goal right now is to look better, but in reality, you're just wanting to feel better, and you just want to feel better in your body, physically, emotionally, mentally. And all of that comes from taking the steps to take better care of yourself. So it's pretty rare for me to experience digestive issues now and to get like severely bloated. That is very rare for me, but on the day-to-day after I've had a meal, it's like, yeah, I'm gonna get a little bit bloated. I might not always look how I might perfectly want to look, and that is totally okay. That is totally normal. It's totally natural to not have like a completely flat toned stomach 24/7. The goal is pretty much that you want to look better, you want to feel better, and you just want to do your best to take care of yourself. And that is really going to show from the inside out. So once you start taking care of yourself on the inside, it's going to start to manifest and you're going to start to see results. And once you start seeing initial progress, it's gonna inspire you to be more consistent. And yeah, so I really hope that these tips helped you out. And if you have any comments or questions or recommendations on something you'd like me to make a video for, I would be so happy to do it. I make lifestyle and health content on TikTok and Instagram, and I have my bachelor's degree in nutrition, so I'm always happy to share information and tips and my personal experience to hopefully help you achieve your goals. So yeah, if you like this video, you can go ahead and subscribe, and I will see you in the next one. Bye!